This is Trace Light Stories. If this is your first time here, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss one of our powerful stories. Previously on Zaria's story, Zaria Mitchell proved them wrong in open court in our previous episode. She shattered every label, every lie, and stood taller than the firm that tried to erase her. But when a mysterious flash drive appeared on her new desk and the note said, "You weren't supposed to win," she realized something chilling. Her story wasn't over. It was only the beginning of something far more dangerous. Before we begin, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and share this story, because your voice helps amplify stories like Zaria's. Now, let's get back to where we left off. Zaria thought she'd uncovered the truth, but what she found next was the beginning of something far darker. Kayla's voice trembled as she handed over the flash drive. "Kayla," whispers, "they never planned to let you win. You were just a pawn in something bigger." Zaria plugged it in. Video, audio, confidential emails, a secret committee within Brookwell and Myers, not just stealing credit, but burying whistleblowers, suppressing complaints, and paying off judges. A calculated system designed to protect powerful men and silence women like her. Zaria backed away from the screen, breath caught in her throat. She whispered, "This isn't about one case. This is a machine." Suddenly, the stakes were no longer professional. They were personal, because the moment she saw a file labeled Mitchell Profile, she knew they were tracking her. Text messages, phone calls, her mother's address. Zaria, quietly, they know everything. But Zaria didn't run. She did what no one expected. She went louder. She contacted the Federal Ethics Board, sent encrypted copies of the files to legal watchdogs. She scheduled an exclusive interview with a major news outlet. And just when her story was about to go national, boom, interview canceled. No explanation, just silence. Then her Wi-Fi crashed. Her laptop locked her out. Files wiped. Flash drive gone. Zaria blinked at the screen. Everything she'd built erased. She wasn't paranoid. She was being erased. Again. But this time, she had allies. Judge Hamilton called. "Zaria, I've seen this before. They're scared. That means you're close. But you need protection." Hamilton connected her with a trusted federal investigator, Agent Reynolds. Ex-military. Quiet. Sharp. He told her one thing. "If they're using firm resources to cover this up, there's a trail. And if we find it, we bring the whole tower down." But time was ticking. The civil trial where Zaria was opposing her old firm was just 3 days away. And without that flash drive, she'd be painted as emotional, unreliable, just a story they wanted to tell. Then another miracle. Kayla. Again. She had made a backup. Inside that backup was a hidden email thread. A conversation between Brookwell partners and a federal judge. Bribery. Case rigging. Proof. Zaria stared at the screen in disbelief. She now held evidence not just of bias, but corruption. And if she presented this, it could end careers, send people to prison, but it could also destroy her. Then her phone rang. Her mother. "Mom, worried baby. Someone's been asking about you. At my job. At the church. Are you in danger?" Zaria's stomach dropped. They were going after her family now. She had to act. Not just for herself, but for everyone they'd threatened. Day of the trial. Downtown Chicago. Courthouse buzzing. Zaria stepped out of the car in a navy blue power suit. Composed. Radiant. But burning with fire. The courtroom filled. Brookwell's team looked smug. Senior partner. To counsel she'll fold. She always does. But Zaria didn't fold. She stood. Presented her client's case flawlessly. Tied every fact back to her stolen memo. Laid the timeline out, methodical, undeniable. And then she paused, took a breath, and said, "Zaria, firmly, Your Honor, before we proceed, there's new evidence that could affect this court's integrity." The courtroom froze. Even the judge leaned forward. Zaria walked to the screen, inserted the drive, and hit play. What followed? Emails, audio, video, laughter behind closed doors, partners mocking clients, discussing bribes, plotting to ruin her name. The courtroom erupted. Brookwell's attorney shouted, "Objection! Objection! This is out of order. Judge, sit down and be silent." By noon, news trucks surrounded the courthouse. Social media exploded. Hashtag Justice for Zaria, hashtag Burn the Firm, hashtag She Did Not Fold. By evening, 3 partners were indicted. 1 judge suspended. Brookwell and Myers, under federal investigation. That night, Zaria stood on her balcony, phone buzzing with press and offers, but she turned it off, because this moment wasn't for the world. It was for the girl once erased, the woman they tried to silence. She had carved her name into stone, but just as she exhaled, her phone lit up. Block number. Text message. This isn't over. You don't know who you just exposed. Attached was a photo. A folder. Marked Hamilton. Zaria's eyes widened. They weren't just targeting her anymore. They were coming for the judge who believed in her. She turned back inside, because her fight wasn't over. It was just evolving to something deeper, darker, and far more dangerous. Zaria is about to find out the unexpected. If this story moved you, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for the complete story in the next video.